Hello. The purpose of this video is to create an awareness about workplace discrimination concerning older employees who have been with the company several years. Sometimes older employees who have been with the company a long time could suddenly be subjected to what seems like harassment in the form of their employer telling them things like they're not a team player, negatively criticizing their performance at work and everything, and basically just treating them as if they can't do anything right at all. This sort of thing does go on, unfortunately. My wife was employed with the Home Depot for what would be 20 years this June of 2016. And she was recently terminated from the job for what I believe is a very frivolous reason, and I will get to that in a moment. But prior to her being terminated, about 6 to 8 months before she was terminated from her job, her employer was constantly nagging at her and criticizing her work, treating her as if she couldn't do anything right. They were creating a very stressful situation for her. They weren't seeing to it that she was getting her breaks when she needed them, for one thing, and that was because they were always very short-staffed in her department. And when work would not get done because she was usually by herself trying to do things, they would blame her for it. They would constantly nag at her. And it's strange that this sort of thing didn't occur, until she was coming close to her 20-year mark. I wouldn't post this video if I didn't believe this case had some kind of merit to it. It seems that in her workplace this may be a pattern that the company, or maybe it's indigenous to her store, I don't know, is following against the older senior employees. People mainly who are in their 50s or older who have been with the company 12 plus years. Over the last year that they seem to be with the company, it's like their employer doesn't appreciate anything they do. They're constantly bad-mouthing their performance at work and everything like that, nagging at them for things that they have absolutely no control over, creating a hostile environment to the point where most of them would finally cave in and quit and wouldn't come back. They would terminate. They would self-terminate so that the company, I guess, wouldn't have to pay them unemployment. In my wife's case, in spite of the torment that she was going through over a period of 6 to 8 months, or a little bit more maybe, she stuck with her job because she, like many people, needs her job. And they found a frivolous reason to terminate her, which was for something completely and totally beyond her control. And, they kept her from getting to that 20-year mark. I want to make people aware that this kind of thing goes on in my wife's particular store at Home Depot. I don't know if this is some kind of a company standard or if this is something that is just going on at her location where she worked at. But I would like to post this video in hopes of inducing change in how these older senior employees are treated in the workplace. If they did such a horrible ass job, why would the company keep them employed for, several years like that, is what I want to know. Well, that's what doesn't make any sense to me. And it just seems odd the way they treated my wife's case and other cases in that store that we both happen to know of. Thank you for watching this video.